NH's News Video, September 2025. Welcome to the September edition of the NH's News Video with interesting news from the Salesian world. OMG. Ecuador. Animation Visit of the Rector Major. From 11 to 15 September 2025, the 11th successor of Don Bosco, Father Fabio Attard, visited Ecuador for his first animation visit since becoming Rector Major. The visit coincided with the 50th anniversary of the Salesian Center for Ongoing Formation in America, CSFPA, and included meetings with Salesians, the Salesian family, and young people in the Sacred Heart of Jesus Province. He met Salesians for moments of fraternity, celebrated the Eucharist, and attended a press conference with the national media. Key events included the inauguration of the St. Bartholomew House and a cultural evening with the Salesian youth movement. The visit concluded on the 14th of September with a solemn session concluding Mass, bringing together Salesian representatives, special guests, and educators. Italy, 9th edition of the School of Accompaniment. The 9th edition of the Salesian School of Spiritual Accompaniment that took place between August 18th and September 20th had 22 participants from Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, and French-speaking provinces across 7 Salesian regions. The course aimed to deepen the understanding of spiritual accompaniment and was guided by the vision of General Chapter 29, focused on being passionate about Jesus Christ, dedicated to young people. Italy, animation visit of the Rector Major to Sicily. The Salesian province of Sicily welcomed the Rector Major on the 27th and 28th of September 2025 in Catania for the conferment of honorary citizenship on Father Fabio Attard, and also to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the Salesian youth movement. The 2 days unfolded in very interesting encounters with the young, cultural expressions, fraternal and spiritual moments with the Salesians and the young people. Central and Western Africa. Senegal, Salesian Youth Movement Forum. From 3 to 8 September 2025, 192 young people from Gambia, Guinea-Conakry, and Senegal, accompanied by 11 Salesians, participated in the SIM Forum in Dakar, centered on the theme, Anchored in Hope Young People, Realize Your Dreams. The event featured conferences, group discussions, and moments of reflection. Spiritual activities, including the Eucharist, adoration, the Rosary, and prayers, helped participants deepen their relationship with the Lord, while sports and recreational activities fostered fraternity, and the forum concluded with a vibrant cultural evening. Democratic Republic of the Congo, academic degree ceremony. On 7th September 2025, Don Bosco University in Lubumbashi celebrated the conclusion of the academic year and the graduation of over 500 students from 4 faculties: computer science, financial management and engineering, human social sciences, and theology. Students, families, faculty, and local ecclesiastical representatives gathered for the occasion. The event marked a milestone, showcasing the university's growing commitment to education and formation. Eastern and Southern Africa. South Africa, Salesian Green Camp. The AFM Salesian Planning and Development Office hosted a green camp at the Bosco Youth Center, gathering 120 youth from Cape Town, Lesotho, Eswatini, and Johannesburg. Part of the Eco Ubuntu project, the camp focused on renewable energy, sustainable cultivation, hydroponics, and waste management, providing participants with hands-on tools for environmental care. A key highlight was the planting of 60 trees around the center, symbolizing a lasting commitment to creation. Angola, Regional Meeting of Youth Pastoral Delegates. From 15th to 20th September 2025, Luanda hosted a regional meeting for youth ministry delegates from Eastern and Southern Africa and Central and Western Africa. Under Father Rafael Bejarano, General Counselor for Youth Ministry, 14 delegates engaged in sessions on the Rector Major's vision, pastoral collaboration with laity, safeguarding minors, and the Salesian Youth Movement, SIM. This gathering reinforced unity, collaboration, and a commitment to fostering vibrant pastoral care for young people across Africa. America South Cone. Brazil, Sim Jubilee in Aparecida. From 3 to 5 September, young people from all Salesian presences of the SDB and FMA gathered to celebrate the Jubilee of the Salesian Youth Movement. The event brought together leaders from the 10 provinces of the SDB and FMA for moments of reflection, sharing, and faith celebration. Marked by unity and joy, the Jubilee highlighted the commitment of Salesian youth to their mission and spirituality. Paraguay, 50 years of SIM. From 5 to 7 September, the Salesian Youth Movement, SIM, celebrated its 50th anniversary with the Campo Bosco 2025 event at the St. Dominic Savio Parish in Fernando de la Mora. Over 1,100 young people, including indigenous communities like the Ayorios, Ishir, and Mascoi, gathered to reflect on Salesian youth spirituality and its renewal. Present were Mother Chiara Katsuola, FMA Mother General, and Father Nestor Ledesma, Provincial of the Salesians in Paraguay. Brazil, 4th edition of HOÏT Bosco. From 12th to 14th September, the Santa Isabel Parish in Rio Negro, Amazonia, hosted the 4th edition of HOԻT Bosco, a youth gathering inspired by the Salesian charism. With the theme, Young Pilgrims of Hope, around 90 young people experienced 3 days of faith, fraternity, and joy. The program included Holy Mass, adoration, the Rosary, and recreational activities like treasure hunts and games, fostering spiritual growth, friendship, and team spirit. Brazil, Literary Musical Evening in São Paulo. On the 19th of September, the Grande Otelo Theater in São Paulo hosted a solemn literary musical session as part of the celebrations for the 140th anniversary of the Liceu Coração de Jesus and the Salesian presence in São Paulo. The event celebrated the journey that began in 1885 and paid tribute to religious figures, collaborators, former students, and entities. Argentina, Pius X Youth Week. The Pius X Salesian House in Córdoba hosted the 48th Youth Week, a beloved event drawing over 2,000 students daily from more than 60 schools. From sports like football, volleyball, basketball, and handball to recreational activities, the gathering fostered friendship and teamwork among young people. Recognized by the Córdoba City Council, Deputy Mayor Javier Preto presented a plaque at the Salesian House, highlighting the event's social and educational impact. East Asia, Oceania, Myanmar. Salesians bring aid to the displaced families. Father Bosco Ninyi, provincial of Myanmar, led a mission with Salesians, clergy, and sisters to aid 1,600 displaced families near Mokok Hill. The team distributed 750 sacks of rice, 2,400 kilograms of onions, 1,200 kilograms of oil and dried fish, and 15,000 eggs, along with multivitamins for the elderly and 300 toys for children. Over 8.5 million KHØITs were spent on medicines and camp expenses. Backed by the Salesian Mission Office in Spain, the effort reflects their steadfast commitment to the most vulnerable. Vietnam, Ca Mau Deanery Youth Day. Over 350 young people from 20 parishes gathered at Don Bosco Tac Van Parish for the Ca Mau Deanery Youth Day, themed Witnesses of Hope, Missionaries of Life. The event featured lively dances, opening remarks by Father Bernardo Nguyen Tan Dat, and Sacrament of Reconciliation and Holy Mass, emphasizing Christ as the source of hope. Workshops, a fraternal agape, and cultural performances fostered fellowship, while a visit from Japanese youth and a Bible quiz enriched the experience. Solomon Islands. 25 years of transforming lives at DBTI. From 7th to 9th September 2025, the PGS Vice Province celebrated the Silver Jubilee of Don Bosco Technical Institute, DBTI, Henderson, honoring 25 years of faith and education. Day 1 showcased students' technical innovations, including solar-powered pumps and hospitality projects. Day 2 celebrated the cultural diversity of the Solomon Islands with traditional performances. The highlight was the Eucharistic celebration, led by Archbishop Christopher Cardone, OP. The event concluded with the Chupu Thanksgiving ceremony, tributes to pioneers and special guests praising DBTI's role in TVET. Philippines. Youth celebrate St. Carlo Acutis. On September 14th, young people gathered at the Archdiocesan Shrine of Our Lady of Lourdes to honor St. Carlo Acutis, showcasing that holiness is both achievable and cool. The celebration featured a soiree, faith formation session, youth mass, shared dinner, trivia on St. Carlo, and parlor games. The event featured a faith formation session sharing the journey of St. Carlo. The event also honored Salesian youth saints like St. Dominic Savio and Blessed Laura Vicuña, inspiring the youth to embrace their call to holiness. Timor-Leste. The statue of St. Callistus Caravarios visits Laga. As part of preparations for the 100th anniversary of Salesian presence in 2027, the statue of St. Callistus Caravario, patron of the Salesian Vice Province, is touring communities across Timor-Leste. The Salesian family in Laga welcomed the statue with hymns, prayers, and cultural dances. The visit included a procession, holy mass, and moments of prayer, uniting all generations in devotion. South Asia. India. Festival of Science and Innovation at Sacred Heart College. Sacred Heart College, Tirupatur, organized the AI Fest 2025, attracting over 10,000 students and innovators. Organized with the Animali Foundation, USA, and Animali Trust, India, the event focused on AI, innovation, and sustainability. The fest included 18 technical sessions with 25 industry leaders, a hackathon on AI for social good, and a tech innovation expo featuring drones, IoT, and eco-friendly projects. Participants from 24 schools and 14 colleges actively engaged, bridging academics with real-world applications, inspiring the next generation of innovators. India. SIM Meet Dimapur. The Northeast Zonal Salesian Youth Ministry Leaders and Animators Formation Program was inaugurated on September 6th at the Don Bosco Institute of Development and Leadership, DBIDL, Dimapur. The three-day event brought together 75 youth leaders from the provinces of Dimapur, Guwahati, and Shillong, focusing on spirituality, leadership, and community impact. Expert sessions from Salesian mentors equipped participants with leadership skills and spiritual growth, fostering unity and collaboration. India. SIM, LAF, meet in Goa. The Salesian Youth Movement, SIM, held its Western Region Leaders and Animators Formation Meet on September 6th to 7th, 2025 at the Don Bosco Animation Center, Benaulim, Goa. The event united 32 young leaders from Gujarat, Maharashtra, Karnataka, and Goa to strengthen their leadership and spirituality. Activities like a Trinity Beach trek and inter-provincial exchanges fostered fellowship. Hosted by the Don Bosco Benaulim community, the meet inspired participants to live the Salesian mission in their regions. India. DT Kurla hosts 36th Work Skills Competition. The 36th Work Skills Competition was held at Don Bosco Industrial Training Institute, Kurla, on September 24th to 25th, organized by the Confederation of Indian Industry, CII. A record 232 participants from leading corporates competed in 31 skill categories, including CNC turning, mechatronics, and robotic welding, following India Skills standards. The winners at the National Work Skills Competition in Bangalore were awarded with medals and certificates. Inter-America. Mexico, meeting of past pupils World Presidency. The past pupils of Don Bosco World Presidency, led by World President Brian Magro, met from 10th to 14th September 2025 at the Cresco Formation House in Tlaquepaque, Mexico. The meeting, attended by key global leaders and regional delegates, focused on implementing the outcomes of the Extraordinary World General Assembly and planning the next 2 years. Delegates from 10 countries tackled topics such as 150 years of Salesian presence in America, leadership within the Salesian family, and youth political participation. Colombia, 5th National Meeting of SIM. From September 25th to 28th, over 600 young people from Colombia's 6 Salesian provinces, FMA and SDB, gathered in Chinauta, Cundinamarca, for the 5th National Meeting of the Salesian Youth Movement. The 4-day event was filled with fraternity, solidarity, and deep devotion to Christ. Highlights included formation in Salesian youth spirituality, activities promoting community and environmental care, and profound encounters with Jesus. Colombia, Second Educommunication Congress. The Second Educommunication Congress took place between September 12th and 13th in Bogotá, uniting all Salesian provinces of Colombia. The event explored the connection between education and communication, emphasizing their impact in today's digital age. Key discussions focused on communication's role in fostering life skills, critical thinking, and responsible citizenship through Salesian pedagogy. Schools were highlighted as communicative communities, contributing to values and transformation. Panama, Don Bosco Basilica hosts Jubilee of Teenagers. On Sunday, 7th September, the Basilica of Don Bosco welcomed around 1,200 teenagers for the Archdiocesan Jubilee of Teenagers, celebrating faith and youthful joy. The event began with a pilgrimage to the Basilica, followed by a Jubilee Mass presided by Archbishop José Domingo Ulloa. In the afternoon, a Jubilee Fair brought the youth together through sports tournaments, vocational stands, cultural activities, and social media engagement, fostering fraternity and faith. Guatemala, National Meeting of Oratories. The National Meeting of Guatemalan Oratories 2025 took place in San Pedro Carcha, uniting over 200 Oratorians from Petén, Guatemala City, and Carcha. Participants, including children, youth, adults, and members of the Salesian family, gathered to deepen their faith in the Salesian style, The event featured games, formation sessions, and a joyful parade through Karcha, spreading joy to the local community. Paraguay, Salesianity Week 2025. The Salesian Network of Schools in Paraguay, RACE, hosted Salesianity Week 2025, focusing on youth education and child protection. Over 400 educators from 15 institutions participated in events across the central, northern, and eastern zones of the country. Dr. Daniel Portillo Treviso, an expert on child protection, led sessions on education, vulnerable youth, and digital safety. Mornings featured his talks and discussions, while afternoons focused on institutional self-assessment and external evaluation planning. United States Camp Salesian. Camp Salesian in Los Angeles welcomed 102 participants weekly over 7 weeks, creating an enriching experience for youth in the area. Supported by 72 youth leaders, 10 staff, and volunteers from Boyle Heights and beyond, the camp fostered a vibrant, close-knit community. Its impact touched not only the participants but also their families, continuing the Salesian tradition of joy, growth, and shared faith. Peru, Third National Salesian Promotion Meeting. Arequipa hosted a vibrant gathering of Salesian students from across Peru, with delegations from Lima, Ayacucho, Cusco, Huancayo, Callao, and Piura. Under the motto, Firm Anchors, Courageous Steps, the event combined joy, reflection, and solidarity. Welcomed by the Don Bosco school community, the celebration featured song, dance, and renewal of the Salesian charism. It was indeed a true Salesian celebration of spirit and community. Dominican Republic, 6th Salesian Cooperators Regional Meeting. From 25th to 28th September, 82 Salesian Cooperators from 13 countries gathered for the 6th Regional Meeting under the theme, Pilgrims of Hope with the Young, Relaunching Our Identity for the Future. The event included inspiring keynotes, workshops, Eucharistic celebrations, and moments of fraternity. Highlights featured a pilgrimage to the Sacred Heart Church, a visit to the Apprentices with Don Bosco Oratory. The meeting was organized by the Regional Secretariat and the Province of Antilles. Venezuela, Province Assembly. On 29th to 30th September, 74 Salesians of the St. Luke Province gathered at the La Macarena Retreat House in Los Teques to address the reshaping of the province. Led by Father Rafael Montenegro, Provincial Superior, the meeting focused on renewing their mission with young people, especially the poorest, at its heart. In an atmosphere of fraternity, they reflected on Venezuela's current context, discussing ways to enhance their community life and improve services for youth. Central and Northern Europe. Poland, 33rd National Salesian Youth Games in Zabrze. From 19th to 21st September, over 600 young participants from 22 cities across Poland gathered in Zabrze for the 33rd National Salesian Youth Games, hosted by SL Salos Sport Zabrze. Competing in football, volleyball, basketball, and table tennis, the games were held across 4 cities and 8 sports halls. The event began with an opening ceremony at the Salesian Technical University in Gliwice. Saturday featured intense competitions, followed by an evening mass at Saints Peter and Paul Cathedral. Sunday's finals, cheered by a lively audience, concluded with the awarding of cups and medals to the best athletes. Mediterranean. Italy, 2 giorni giovani, 2025. On 13 to 14 September, the 2 giorni giovani 2025 event gathered older youth and formators of the Leaders Formation School, LFS, at the St. Ambrose Institute in Milan. The weekend began with the presentation of the new LFS program, followed by thematic workshops on human, intellectual, spiritual, and pastoral dimensions. The SIM Assembly on Sunday introduced the Pastoral Proposal 2025-26, fostering dialogue and planning for the future. The event concluded with the perpetual professions of 6 individuals and the unveiling of the LFS Passport, a tool for tracking formation progress. Italy, Triveneto SIM Youth Meeting. On 21st September, around 700 young people from 31 oratories, schools, and parishes gathered at the Don Bosco Institute in Padua for the SIM Youth Meeting 2025. The day began with games, entertainment, and dancing, fostering a spirit of shared joy and unity. The morning featured powerful testimonies from Youth for Peace volunteers of the Sant'Egidio community, sharing their experiences in refugee camps and work with the poor. During the Eucharist, presided over by Father Silvio Zanchetta, participants prayed for global peace and were encouraged to believe in the transformative power of youth. Syria, Second Don Bosco Center, inaugurated in Damascus. On the 16th of September 2025, the Salesian mission in Syria entered a new chapter with the opening of the Don Bosco Center in Jaramana, Damascus. This second center in the capital symbolizes hope and commitment to youth education in a multicultural area. The inauguration included a prayer and blessing, a presentation of the center's facilities and its educational vision. The center features a study area for university students, an after-school program for children, and vocational training under the Savio project with courses in English, accounting, and electricity. Holy Land, inauguration of Theological Institute of the Annunciation in Nazareth. On the 12th of September 2025, the Theological Institute of the Annunciation, Galilee's first center for lay theological formation, was inaugurated at the Don Bosco Church in Nazareth. The ceremony, presided over by Cardinal Pier Battista Pizzaballa and regional bishops, marked a significant step for the Church in the Holy Land. The Institute aims to provide a 2-year diploma program under the motto, Roots in Faith, Fruits in Service, and fostering faith, knowledge, and service. That's all we have in this September edition of Anne's News video. Share it with your friends, confreres, beneficiaries, and other members of the Salesian family.